Hello everyone, my name is Marcela Genes and today I'm going to talk about voicing. When the vocal cords are stretched tight so that they vibrate during the pronunciation of a sound, we say that that sound is called voiced. Sounds that are produced without vibration of the vocal cords are called voiceless. For example, when practicing the sound t, say only t, not te or t. If you pronounce a vowel after t, the voiced vowel will cause vibration, and students might be confused and mistakenly think that t is voiced. This box shows the voiced and voiceless consonant sounds in English. Many of the consonants of English form pairs, a voiced and voiceless sound that are the same except for voicing. For example, B and P are identical except that B is voiced and P is voiceless. The voiced have no voiceless counterparts, and the voiceless sound has no voiced counterparts. We already deal with voicing, so now let's talk about place of articulation. Here, what we have is place of articulation, where the sound is produced. We can also classify consonants by referring to the part of the articulatory system that they are active when we produce each sound. This is called the place of articulation. As you can see in the list, some of these terms are similar to the names of the part of the articulatory system that are used in making those sounds. Labials, both lip touch or almost touch. Labiodental, the upper teeth touch the lower lip. Dental, also called interdental, the tip of the tongue touches the bottom edge of the teeth or comes between the teeth. Alveolar, the tip of the tongue touches or almost touches the alveolar ridge. Palatal, the blade of the tongue touches or almost touches the hard palate. Velar, back tongue and soft palate. K, g, Glottal, there is friction in the glottis, the space between the vocal cords. Another category to describe a consonant sound in English is the manner of articulation, the how we produce a particular sound. Stops, also called plosives. The airstream is blocked completely somewhere in the mouth. Air pressure builds up and then it's released, like a tiny explosion. The stops in English are p, b, t, d, k, g. Now let's talk about fricatives. The airstream is compressed and passes through a small opening in the mouth, creating friction, a hissing sound. The airstream is never completely blocked, so the sound can continue. The fricatives in English are f, s, f, t, s, z, sh, t, h. Affricate, a combination of a stop followed by a fricative, an explosion with a slow release. The affricate in English are ch and j. Nasals. In these sounds, the tongue or lips block off the vocal tract, so air can't go out through the mouth. Instead, the passage leading up into the nose opens so that the air stream can go out through the nose. The sounds in the nasal groups are mm. Glides. A glide is like a very quick vowel. This is why they are sometimes called semivowels, which means half vowels. They sound like vowels, but they can function as a consonant. The glides in English are w and y. Another way of showing manner of articulation to your students is the following. Nasals. To show that air comes out the nose rather than the mouth, have students hold the mirror under their noses and say The mirror should fog up because the air is coming out through the nose. A stop works like a toy pop gun. The tube is like the vocal tract. The cork plugs the tube. Then, when you pass the handle, air builds up and pushes the cork out, just as air builds up behind a cork cage in the mouth and is released in a stop sound.